Oh, there's no webcam over there. Let's add a webcam on there. There. Okay.
Start the recording.
Oh, I should probably make sure chat's open too, eh? Fazbear Studios. There we go. Now I got chat open. I think we're good. Can't think of anything else.
It looks like Yoshi saw my...
Oh, my headset's not on. Oh, well, that lets me actually keep chat. Fuck. Don't look at any of that, idiots. Got you. But there we go. There we go. Much better. That should work. Oh, actually, shouldn't it just be chat? Nah, I don't know. I lost it. It's gone. Yeah, that's fine. Start recording now. B-roll. Hey, chat. How we doing, chat? Chat's good? Good, good, good. Okay. So today, a little something different. We're going to watch Deathy's newest video here, because they patched Deadlock, and I'm not good enough at the game to read it as much as Deathy is here. So I'm going to kind of react to what he says about the things, because me reading them is nonsense. I'm too casual of a player, but I do think that a casual player should kind of look at these things and just understand what's happening. So I'm just going to let him explain it to us as a more casual base and see what it actually, like, what it means for us.
Video doing really well, and he decided, hey, why not just change the rules of being able to deny yourself? And you know, the thumbnail is a little bit clickbait. You can still deny yourself, but the rules have changed. Let's break down everything that there has been in the latest Deadlock patch, which actually has quite a bit of changes that may change things in the meta or hero levels as well. As always, I'll
pause quickly. I did watch some of this already, just to see how it started. And there's a lot of changes. That's why I felt like it was kind of important to go through this as a community here. So yeah, let's get at her.
update the spreadsheet. Spreadsheet will be in the description for any builds or hero tiers. Okay, so starting with the initial changes, Rejuve only heals.
But also, subscribe to Deathy. He's really puts a lot of time into this game. He knows what he's talking about. One of my favorite creators for sure. He got me into it. He's my fave, honestly. Please check him out. He'll much more intelligent than me. I just do it for the humor. I like the game a lot, but he's something else.
Person hitting the crystal. So before it healed actually everybody, it was kind of you know, it seemed unintended. I'm actually surprised it took them this long to fix it. So great change. And now we've got the change that we talked about. Dying to a non-player when there is no bounty / assists now increases the respawn time for that death by 10 seconds. Now this doesn't mean that denying yourself is completely dead, because assists in the early game are about 200 souls, right? So it's still worth it in specific situations.
Actually, you guys are a little too high. Let me aim you guys down a bit. Sorry about that. Hey. Sorry for putting my hands all over you there. But yeah, in the casual level, you probably won't be denying yourself that much. I never really found times to do it because I'm not good enough at the game. If you're not great, that doesn't change anything at all about your playstyle. Don't worry about that.
But the 10-second death timer, you know, that really like changes a lot. So you really have to make sure that you're in the assist range, essentially, right? What that changes is that if there's no assist, it's not worth it. So you actually need to, deny yourself faster than you used to before. So right after you get a kill, you deny yourself to the tower right away. Then it's probably okay because, yeah, you're giving them a little bit of souls.
No, actually, now it might be even better to deny yourself. Because before you wanted to wait out the assist timer because you could, right? But now you can do that, and it's less impactful and less negative. It's less of a misplay for doing the thing that's a little quicker. It actually increases the speed of the gameplay a bit here. I like that a lot, actually. Because then it prevents... Because then when you dive, you can die to tower and it would be an assist, right? I think. And then that would count. So that's actually really good. Because it encourages more aggressive play.
But at least your death is not longer, so you really can't afford for your death to be longer by 10 seconds early game most times. Patron first death time is now a constant 12 seconds, so this is great because before there was basically the instant...
I noticed that on accident. Like, I didn't know that was happening, but sometimes they just wouldn't be in the fucking pit in time. When I'm sitting there, I'm just waiting for it to come down. It just wouldn't happen. So that's gonna fix that, but now you just kind of get used to 12. I'm sure
drop that would happen. Sometimes you would down the patron. You would shoot the patron. It would down, and it would be like right above the pit, and then it would go down instantly. Not instantly, but like much faster, and that was kind of a problem. So it being a constant is a great in my book. We've got probably the most funny thing, which is Abrams' Infernal Resilience. Always getting changed by 1%. This is classic Yoshi balancing. But anyway, now it goes from 12 to 13. I mean, I guess slight buff for Abrams. I don't really think he needed it, but we've got some Bebop changes. So unfortunately for me, the Bebop is getting buffed. Now, he was pretty weak, so I'll accept some buffs. But, we all hate Bebop here, but we'll accept them for now. We'll accept them. Billy.
He didn't go into them too much, so I'm just going to actually look at them real quick. Weapon growth per boon. Oh! Well, that's actually really good, because I found that you're going to hit further away now. You're going to deal, 0.01. I guess that's scaling, right? So that's not bad. The uppercut, less cooldown's great. And you even take off an extra half a second on top of it. That's not bad. And you get his ult faster. Actually, big Bebop. Big Bebop buffs.
Getting his base health increased by 10, so that's pretty great
Billy
for
into
Billy. I don't think he really needed the buff. I think he was actually one of the stronger new heroes in my opinion. But it's very slight buff, so 10 HP base health as well as 3 seconds off his rising ram. This basically will help his laning stage as well as his scaling off of tanky items a little bit, and I think will help.
They just want him in the fight more, right? For Billy, they wanted him to be kind of like an Abrams, like a beef cake. So they want to keep pushing him in that direction, probably.
Push him as one of the better
Calico,
heroes,
I don't care about.
But we'll see. Calico getting some love. So for a long time, Calico has been kind of underwhelming, and so they've upped her bombs tier 3, which was not really that good of an AP, to +3 bombs instead of +2, which is a 50% buff essentially. That's very, very significant. So I'm excited to test out the new kind of Gloom Bombs build and see if it's any better. Leaping slash scaling on the healing as well as the damage has been increased. The tier 3 on Ava has been increased as well, so it may actually be viable to not go Fortitude and instead just max Ava. That could be something interesting, although I'm not really convinced.
I don't know what Ava is.
Her ultimate has once again been buffed, so 10 seconds less on the ultimate. It got nerfed many times before, so now it's back to where it was previously. Doorman is getting a buff and some nerfs. His nerf is to his early game. Call Bell is getting reduced damage by 10 here, but the spirit scaling is getting increased by 0.1.
So late game,
so what this means is that you'll actually, I believe you'll need a total of a 100 spirit to get back to where you were with Call Bell before, if I'm not mistaken. Someone correct me if I am. So overall, it's definitely a nerf, but the buff is here. Hotel guest now teleports the target back to the beginning of the hotel if they fall into the void. So previously, you could counterspell the hotel, and now if you basically you can't counterspell. Previously, you could just drop down into the pit, counterspell. Now you can't do that anymore. Drifter health gain.
I can't test it yet, but I'll test it once we get in. I'm pretty sure I can't imagine you just being able to counterspell standing there too. Like, you might just be able to stand there. Otherwise, it might make Warp Stone the new doorman counter, because you can warp across the gap and save all of your dashes, so you can leave a little bit quicker at least. At least that's how I think it's going to go.
Reduced from 41 to 39 His weapon fall off has also been reduced a little bit, so these are both nerfs, to be clear. The weapon damage gain per boon is also a nerf. For those that don't understand, this essentially means his weapon scaling is worse. His damage amp on his tier 3 is also been reduced, and Rend now causes you to briefly float in the air during the cast time. This is not really a nerf or a buff. This actually, I guess you could say it's perhaps a buff. We'll see.
I think that's
not really
a nerf.
sure, but basically,
I used to, when I was playing Drifter, I would use the momentum and my scratch, or whatever it's called, Rend, and my Rend to kind of negate the charge up time of Rend and the lag afterwards. So floating kind of fucks up that playstyle a little bit, but it might not have been completely safe, really, but it's okay. I played with them since this nerf came out, and I think it definitely changed him a lot. I think he's definitely in a better spot now. I don't think he's bad by any means. I think he's still good, though.
when you cast it, you're going to kind of like
bit.
stick in the air a little bit. Great Talon, bullet damage growth based on Spirit increased by 0.07 to 0.08. Spirit Snare curse duration increased from 2 seconds to 2.25 seconds. The Spirit Snare tier 2 was changed from curse duration to minus bullet resistance, which is kind of interesting. And then on top of that, he now deals, his thing got moved to the tier 3 upgrade, which is now plus 1 second curse duration and plus 1.5 meter radius, which makes this curse, that's going to be pretty long. And there might be some funny builds where you just go like reach and like echo shard and you just lay down a bunch of traps. But that could be funny. Thank you, Yoshi, for nerfing Holiday. Her bullet damage has been reduced by 4 base bullet damage. That's a very significant nerf. That's almost, that's like 17%, I think, nerf. That's going to be a massive nerf to her overall DPS. But her bullet growth has been increased in order to compensate, so this is mostly going to be a nerf to her laning stage, but it's still going to take her a lot of boons to kind of get back to the previous level that she was at. So overall, a nerf to her DPS for sure. Powder Keg displacement duration has been reduced significantly. The base damage has been reduced a little bit. The tier 2 has been reduced. The spirit scaling has been increased, but not anywhere enough to make up. You're still going to need 50 spirit to get back to what you were you're going to need 100 spirit to get back to the previous damage you had, right? So that's a lot of spirit. The charges have been reduced, and now the tier 3 has been buffed a little bit to increase the displacement duration, but it's still going to be worse than before. So very well deserved nerfed in my opinion. We'll see in game, but I think Holiday should be in a much better spot now. Inferno's getting some slight nerfs, probably deserved to an extent, but not, it's nothing crazy. I mean, it's just 3 DPS loss on the Flame Dash and 2 DPS loss on the tier 2. I think Infernus is like mostly balanced, so just a slight little nerf to make him feel slightly more manageable with his Flame Dash build, which I think was particularly doing really well in the lower ranks, so I think it's totally fine. Kelvin essentially getting not much of a change, 2 seconds on his Frost Grenade. Sure, Mina getting Break Heal Spirit scaling increase from 1 to 1.5.
Mina changes when I saw,
pretty significant
and I'm
for
like, holy shit, this is
in the laning stage and in other parts of the game. Love Bites build-up now takes 1 less shot, which is quite significant. Shot is crazy. Love Bites on proc damage increased by 10, which is also very significant. The Spirit scaling was also increased, and her ultimate cooldown was decreased, so this should help make the hero feel like it does more damage. Now, they're not buffing her tankiness and her survivability, which I love. They're staying with the identity of Mina, and I think it's great. Mirage got tier 3 Scarabs buffed by 10. Honestly, I'm not really against that, despite being kind of a Mirage hater. I think that his tier 3 Scarabs were a little bit underwhelming, and so buffing it by 10 is fine by me. Nobody was really maxing them anyway, and it wasn't really what made Mirage cancer. I think it's one of the more interesting parts of Mirage's kit. Bone Curl getting a very small cast range change on his combo. Sure, I mean, it feels bad to get kidnapped from a distance by Mo, so why not? Paige got her buff to her Barrier Spirit's power scaling, which is, I guess, kind of nice. She's decent, but she doesn't feel like overwhelmingly strong. And Paradox got a very, very, very slight nerf to bullet damage growth, which won't impact her DPS much, but I think she was slightly too strong. I mean, I did put her in S tier, so I think it's somewhat deserved. 7 here.
Wow, okay. Oh, growth, though. That's per level, so that's her scaling. So she's definitely going to feel a little off, but it's not going to be that big a deal. Big nerfs to 7, though. Excited for
Got
those.
his move speed reduced. He got his crit resistance reduced significantly from 35 to 25%. For those that didn't know, 7's helmet essentially gave him crit resistance. It still does, but just minus 25 instead of 35. His tier 3
Actually, didn't
spirit
even know
power
that.
scaling has been reduced. The spirit scaling on Stormcloud DPS has been reduced as well, and the initial radius from 12 to 10 meters. So overall 7 nerfs. I do think he was one of the stronger carries in the game, if not the strongest. So the nerfs are probably will bring him a little bit more in line with others like Infernus and Wraith. So Shiv, the infamous Shiv. I mean, you know, we all hate and love Shiv at the same time. And we got some changes to him. So we got the Serrated Knives tier 3, went from 37 damage to 40 damage and +7 instead of +6.5. That is pretty significant. His knives already do a lot of damage, so you could see more Knife Shiv. And then Slice and Dice tier 3 max CD reduction got another 2 seconds, which is also quite significant. So Spirit Shiv is getting a lot of buffs here. And Bloodletting cooldown has been reduced by another 5 seconds, which
really care about
incentivizes
Shiv.
you to build cooldown, right? So another buff to Spirit Shiv. Bloodletting incoming damage deferred increased by 5%,
But
which
from
I mean,
what it
all Shivs
sounds
can
like,
benefit
it's just
from.
a lot
But
of buffs
I
to
do
Shiv,
think
and I
that
don't
we're
like
going to see
fighting
a
against
resurgence
Shiv.
of a lot of Spirit Shiv with these changes. And I think that these changes, even though they might not seem super significant, might be enough to bring Shiv back into the fray from when I had him in C tier to B or even A tier, but we'll see. Now,
scary.
Sinclair getting some changes. It looks like
I don't
his
care
base
about the
damage on
Spectre at all.
Spectral Assistant getting nerfed once again, but the Spirit scaling getting buffed in order to try to compensate. You know, it's still going to take you a little bit of Spirit, but it will get stronger because the nerf is not so significant. So when you have a bunch of Spirit, it'll do more damage than it did before. And the tier 3 got a significant buff to +60% instead of 45% fire rate, which is very, very, very significant. The tier 3 Bunny Hex went from +5 to +7% damage amp, which is a small buff. Won't change too much, but it's a little buff. And his cooldown, his old cooldown, which was already, I mean, quite short, as well as the duration, both got buffs. Sinclair, I don't think was particularly weak. I think he was perhaps a little bit underperforming, but in the hands of a good player was definitely good. But these changes are interesting. I'm curious if we'll see more Sinclairs build around the assistant and just build basically a lot of Spirit with that fire rate. I mean, 60% fire rate is no joke, and perhaps you can introduce some gun items in there and get creative with items like long range or other things that might benefit a lot from the fire rate, because getting 60% fire rate on an ability is kind of unheard of. I don't think there's any other hero other than like Ivy with like 1,000,000 Spirit on her tether that gives you that much fire rate. Victor got a small health nerf, and he got the jumpstart recharge timer
Fuck you,
from 3
Victor.
seconds
Get him outta here.
to 8 seconds, which is very significant and will make rapid recharge much more mandatory on the hero. And he got a 1 meter nerf to his aura, which is definitely significant. And his cooldown is now from 1 second
I
to
was seeing
2.5.
way
So
too
if you
much about
toggle
this
it
guy.
off,
He needed
you know,
so many
you don't
nerfs.
have it for a little bit, which
Actually,
is
so many
significant.
nerfs.
This might be enough to bring him in line, but we'll see. Vindicta.
So glad.
We've all had experiences
They changed a
getting
lot about
Stake and
Vindicta.
Crowed, and you know, it's just not that fun. And so Stake got some changes. First of all, it no longer pulls you if you are outside the tether range. So before,
This is massive because I fucking hated it. Even as Vindicta, I hated it. I hated when it just didn't make sense that the tether had a shorter range than the distance, right? It just didn't. I hated them being pulled back. I hated moving within it as an enemy. With an enemy Vindicta, it was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Massive change.
the capture range was bigger than the tether range, and so essentially, if you got captured, it would pull you inwards towards the tether range itself, right? Now it no longer pulls you, so they just made it so the tether range and the capture range are the same, so it won't feel like you just get like pulled into something when you felt like you were outside of an ability, for example. The stake duration was nerfed by 0.25 seconds.
Whoa.
The stake slow was
Crazy.
increased from 30% to 40%, so that's a buff, but the other changes are significant nerfs. But I'm guessing the stake slow was to compensate a little bit. Her flight was buffed, the spirit damage, as well as the duration, as well as her tier 2 and tier 3 upgrade quite significantly. So
Dude, I
flight build
love
might be
flight.
a way to go potentially if you want to go more carry Vindicta. And her crow was kind of reworked a little bit. The debuff is shorter now, and the spirit scaling got nerfed, but the bleed per second is increased, which means it'll do more damage in kind of like a smaller window, but it won't last as long, so it won't be as good as at applying
buff.
every debuff.
That's a
And
buff.
the cooldown also
don't even know what the
essentially
debuffs
got
are.
nerfed,
Oh.
going
No,
from
that's a buff.
-16 to
I wanna
-12
kill
on the
people
tier
quicker.
2. Viscus's
Especially
Altfire got the
with
Yamato treatment of being brought down from 63 to 48, bringing him in line with Yamato, and you know, Viscus should be a lot less annoying to fight in lane because of this. I think it's a
Damn
great
it.
change.
This
The
update
Altfire
happened and I
damage,
tried to play this character and he
growth
was
did
garbage.
get buffed, but it will take some time for him to even get back to baseline, even with the buff. So overall, a Viscus nerf, especially a nerf to the, you know, express shot build. So this is good. The character was quite oppressive with that build specifically, and it felt a bit cheesy, so I'm fine with this. And we got some Viper changes, some Screwjab Dagger buffs, cooldown decrease, more spirit scaling. For minimum range for the fall off, increased by 2 meters, which is significant for sure. Will make her feel like she does a little bit more damage when people aren't right in her face. And pretty much all of her stuff got buffed slightly, right? Especially the Petrifying Bullet cooldown reduced by 20 seconds. This could make a more Spirit Viper viable again, potentially, where you go Shadow Wave, you roam around, but we will see. Warden base sprint speed reduced by 0.5, his Alchemical Flask tier 2 got nerfed, and his Last Stand spirit scaling got reduced a little bit. This should help him feel a little bit more in line with the other heroes. I don't think he needed massive nerfs. He was definitely strong, but like I said, the difference between S tier and A tier heroes wasn't like huge. To finish it off, we've got a bunch of item changes. A lot of these are small, so I'll kind of try to be fast so you guys can get to the, real important ones. Weakening Headshot is kind of whatever, minus 12 to minus 13. That.
Whoa. Rebuttal grants 30% bonus damage now? Whoa. That's kind of crazy early game if you're kind of getting meleeed a lot, right? Throwing that against a, well, I guess it doesn't happen too much later, but, like, I got spammers in my lobbies now with melees. They just keep spamming it. I don't parry well enough yet. That's a huge punishment, because that's crazy.
It's great. The debuff duration was increased. That's also great. Backstabber's cooldown got increased and the damage got reduced, which also a good change.
Yeah,
long range now gives fall off range. Now this is actually quite significant because fall off range works with things that apply on your weapon. For example, siphon bullets, toxic bullets, things like that. On hit effects in general, things that have fall off.
That's
benefit
really good
from you
for
getting
Vindicta,
increased fall off range. So I do think
Vindicta.
that we'll see a little bit more long range. Now, it's already quite strong in my opinion. I don't really think it needed this, but it does make sense because it builds into Sharpshooter, and Sharpshooter also gives you fall off range. Sharpshooter also got a slight buff. Blood Tribute also got a slight buff. I mean, to be honest, Blood Tribute is just like unbelievable at this point. 10% spirit resistance. The active move speed is 2.25. This item is so statted, it's kind of crazy. Headhunter bonus damage boon scaling increased slightly. The item was a little bit underwhelming. Shadow Weave's movement speed, sprint speed increased significantly. So you'll feel
2 to
a lot
5
faster using Shadow Weave.
That's crazy,
which
man.
I think is a great change. Capacitor now grants you 8% fire rate, and the projectile speed got increased. I think it did need some buffs, so I'm happy with these. It should make the item feel quite powerful.
Any build that I ran Tesla, Capacitor was like the last item I built. It didn't feel important. That's crazy though. 5% or 8% fire rate for any character that uses Tesla and Capacitor is already good because like that's Wraith and Haze that I mostly throw it on anyways. Great.
And see a little bit more play. Crippling Headshot got a slight buff. Ricochet got a nerf where it doesn't target the zipline targets, so you don't randomly down people.
That's not a nerf. That's a fix. That shouldn't have happened. That should never happen. You should be having to aim at zipline targets. It makes sense. That's a fix. It's not a nerf. It is what it is.
From the zipline, and Spellslinger got a slight buff as well on duration.
does.
Rebuttal got kind of a crazy buff.
Yeah, crazy.
Where
right?
now instead of giving you 50% melee damage on successful parry, it gives you 30% bonus damage. Now, early game, this is not really that much of a buff, right? Because early game, you could just like two-shot people with melee after you parried them.
Yeah.
So I would say early game, it doesn't really matter. But later on in the game, when you rebuttal someone, if you're a hero like Wraith, for example, that just does a lot of damage, but not that much melee damage, you're going to be able to just melt the person that you just rebutted. So kind of a crazy buff. The item is actually really strong already, so maybe we'll see a little bit more of it. Weapon shielding just got easier to proc, essentially. You just need to take a little bit less damage. Return fire got a slight buff. It fell out of favor quite considerably. It's a very hard item to balance, so now it just gives you a little bit more innate bullet resistance. Restorative Locket is now moving forward to the boon scaling. So before, a lot of items scaled with spirit. Now a lot of items scale with boons, and I think that we'll see this with a lot of other items. That I expect that eventually
items that scale with boons feel a lot stronger because you're gonna level up. Oh no, I feel like that's probably gonna even out to be around the same numbers. Because like that's half as
we'll see reactive barrier move away from the spirit scaling into the boon scaling. This just kind of favors build diversity and doesn't necessarily incentivize you to build spirit specifically to benefit from these items. Especially Restorative Locket, who's not an item that necessarily benefits spirit users, should be, in my opinion, just scaling with boons in general. So I think it's a great change. Guardian Ward and Divine Barrier got a slight cast range buff. Sure, we'll take it. Veilwalker heal per boon increased and duration increased. I think Veilwalker is going to, is at the point where it's pretty good still. It feels a little awkward to use sometimes, but the stats it gives are really good. And now the duration is quite important for ganks, right? Especially if you get duration extender. Giving it by 1 second and then being multiplied by that duration extender is really, really nice for sure. Healing Nova getting a slight buff. I mean, the item is probably one of the most underbought items in the game, so I totally see it. Metal Skin from 4 to 5 seconds. Now, this item will be an incredibly powerful answer to gun characters, especially if you have duration extender, which will give you like another 30% on top of that. Now, I'm not very good at math, but 30% of 5 seconds seems kind of crazy. I mean, I think you'll get your Metal Skin to last about maybe 6.3, 6.4 seconds. That's 6.4 seconds where the Wraith like literally cannot do any damage. Well, I mean, she can do some damage, but for example, Haze will not be able to do any damage to you. So this change might actually kill Haze. We'll see, but that's like a very, very significant change for sure. Counterspell, very slight nerf. I mean, it lasted so long. 1 second was kind of crazy. 0.9 seconds seems a lot more in line. Trophy Collector got another buff. I mean, Yoshi, please stop buffing Trophy Collector.
Honestly,
it's going to get to the point where I'll have to stop hating on the item because it'll actually start to be good. So maybe this item, maybe this buff brings it online, but it still suffers from the same issue of being an item that needs you to get stack, but doesn't actually give you any stats when you buy it. So you're throwing 2,400 and you're kind of gambling those souls.
Yeah.
And if you get a bunch of kills quickly, the item becomes insane. If you don't get kills and the game's not going your way, the item is essentially trash and worthless.
Yep.
Cheat Death got a very small cooldown reduction, but if you have Transcendent cooldown now, the fact that it's a 90-second cooldown with Transcendent cooldown will bring it down to like a 65-second cooldown. That means that you have Cheat Death basically every single fight, especially in the late game. This item could start to be pretty good. Witchmail got a very slight spirit power bonus increase from 10 to 14. Just a slight little buff. I mean, like I said in the past, Witchmail is a good item, but it was so situational. It felt kind of awkward to buy.
Yeah.
So giving it a little bit more stats, I think, will help it make it feel more impactful. Siphon Bullets got also the boon treatment. Thank God.
Just want to say, the music this video has been great. I remember watching one of his videos when he started using music, and it just took me out. That music came in so nicely and hit my ears so right. I just wanted to comment on it because I know he made a comment about it, the one video I watched of his, about how he was starting to try to edit more, and it was perfect. That was a perfect sound in to the Pokemon music there. That was fantastic.
Thank God for Siphon Bullets. They went from 55 to 35. Max HP steal, now skills per boon. So basically, if you buy Siphon Bullets as like your first item, or if you rush it like at 8 minutes like some people were doing, it's not really going to do that much. But later on in the game, it's going to do decent. But, essentially it's going to take you about 20 to 25 boons to get back to where it was before. Now, for 20 to 25 boons, that's pretty significant. I think there's something like 40 boons total, so you need to be like probably around 20k souls or something for it to get back to its former glory. I'm not exactly sure on the math, and I don't have time to do it for this video, but that's very, very significant. The duration was also nerfed by 3 seconds, so another nerf to Siphon. Inhibitor got a slight buff, duration increased, and healing reduction increased. This should help also deal with heroes such as Victor. Rusted Barrel, another very slight buff. I mean, it's really not that far from being a good item, but maybe it needs a little bit more. -6 might be a little low. Perhaps it should be -7, but that's a good direction. Bullet Resist Shredder now no longer gives you melee resistance. Instead, gives you bullet resistance, which is interesting.
Much better.
So that's a less source of melee resistance. I don't think they gave it to any other item either.
I think they're just trying to
this is overall a buff to melee damage, I would say, because bullet resistance is worse than melee resistance.
Because they nerfed melee recently, just before that, right? From a few patches ago. I don't know why I looked there. You guys are still here, idiot. Windows still, it might not be too bright, but probably is. I forgot what I was saying.
It's against melee damage, of course. Bit of an interesting change. Cold Front got a damage reduction by 25. It was a very, very powerful flat damage item. I would have liked to see perhaps a buff to the scaling, to offset this, because this feels like the damage is a little bit low. But at the same time, this will give you more incentive to upgrade to Arctic Blast, because Arctic Blast, I don't think got a nerf. I mean, we don't see any nerfs here.
Yeah, I think that's exactly that's exactly what they were trying to do, because most people, they would buy the Cold Front and then they would upgrade to Arctic Blast so late that it would just, they don't care, because it's not as good. That should encourage it a bit more. I think it should even go down to like 90, because then it becomes really important to upgrade into the next level of Arctic Frost for it to be worth it, right? You know what I mean?
I'll give you a little bit more incentive. Quicksilver Reload also got a very slight damage nerf. It looks like these flat damage items are getting nerfed in the early game. Spirit Sap got another buff. Now, Spirit Power reduction from 18 to minus 24. So you just steal minus 24 spirits, which is kind of crazy. And then Silence Wave got reduced on duration, but the width got increased, and it also gets the Spirit Power reduction buff. So this is a bit interesting. It'll make it feel more like a, anti-spellcaster item. Like, stealing 24 spirit from the enemy is quite significant for sure. Torment Pulse got a slight buff in cooldown. I mean, this is probably like a 5% DPS increase, which is not bad. Decay, slight buff as well. Spirit scaling, very significant buff.
Ooh,
I mean, it might not seem like much, but going from 0.38 to 0.55 is about, that's like a 40%.
Bro, he's not even looking at the numbers right? It went up by a whole thousandth. It's 0.0038 to 0.055. Like, that's a crazy scaling difference. That has to be a typo somewhere. That can't be right.
Percent buff to the spirit scaling, I think, just off the top of my head.
Bleed spirit scaling increased from this to that. Dude, that number is crazy. That number is so much bigger. You know what? Actually, let me do it. Let me show you how much bigger that number is. Let me use the calculator. Oh, you guys don't have the vision of the calculator. Well, I'm just gonna do it anyways. So we got 0.0038 divided by 0.055. I did it in the wrong order. It's about 14 times better. Times 100, 1,000 and each one there is 100%. So 1,447% increase. Are you fucked? Are you fucked? That's crazy. Anyway.
Magic Carpet, the buff. This is what we all needed. Focus Lens now deal damage whenever the buff is removed rather than only on expire. Okay, that's actually a great solution to the problem of Focus Lens, which is the problem that it just got debuff removed and it did nothing. This actually makes Focus Lens a real item. I actually didn't even think of this solution. Before I was just like, just make Focus Lens at 3,200, but this is a really good way to solve the problem because now, if they don't debuff remove it, it's insane value. So this item is probably way more real than it was before. Escalating Exposure actually got a nerf, which I'm kind of surprised because it didn't really feel that powerful every time I used it. But, I mean, so be it. Spirit Burn got a small adjustment. Ability range got nerfed, but and the proc damage. Sorry, it's overall nerf. The proc damage got reduced as well, so just a nerf. I misread the last line. But yeah, overall, tons of different changes. Most of these changes look good to me. I don't really have anything that I have a problem with per se. Maybe some small little things, as I said, here and there. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this update. If there's anything that you didn't like or anything that you loved. And yeah, this is a bit less edited video, but thank you guys for your support, and thank you for watching.
That ending screen, by the way, is great. I think that's fantastic. Oh, all in all, not the worst patches. Vindicta, I'm gonna try to make a flight build for her though. That was fun. That's a good info to have. Drifter nerfs, pretty bad. I can't remember anything else. My tier list, that's so funny. Well, thank you guys for watching. Make sure, please, to check out Deathy. Please subscribe to him as well. I think he deserves so many more people in his community. He's, again, the reason why I even got into the game. I love this game, and I love his content that he releases. He's really educational about his information. He knows exactly what he's talking about. I wouldn't trust anyone else, pretty much. All right? You guys have a great rest of your night. See ya. That was just for the video, guys. I'm still live. We're gonna watch my other, my favorite Marvel streamer now, because Marvel patch notes are coming, and there's a lot of good things coming in this patch notes. I'm very excited, very excited. So let's get into it. I think.
Patch notes. Get your fresh patch notes. We just got patch notes.
Oh wait, I forgot to record. Forgot to hit the recording button. I'm recording now. Hello. I forgot to tell you guys the spiel. I told the chat, but I didn't tell you guys. Hello, YouTube. We're watching the Marvel Rivals patch notes, brought to us by Boger. Love Boger, one of my faves. Hot man, one of the best. Go check him out. He's just, I only trust intelligent people to list the patch notes for me. So much like I have Deathy for Deadlock, I have Boger and sometimes Flats for Rivals in Overwatch. But I prefer Boger just because I vibe with him more, you know? So, without further ado, let's get into the patch notes, please. I've read the play button.
What's going on here?
Oh.
Okay, patch notes. Patch notes. Patch notes. Get your fresh patch notes. We just got patch notes. Time to read. All right. Vanguard, Captain America. So these are brand new patch notes for Season 4. Very excited. Captain America getting
Next
nerfed.
Season.
Crazy nerf. Remove team up anchor. So that 5% damage boost is removed. So 5% less damage. Whatever. Doctor Strange, reduce Maelstrom and Madness cooldown from 8 to 6. That is insane.
That is insane. He's right.
This is insane. 8 to 6 is ridiculous. That is genuinely ridiculous. That is a ridiculously big change. That's his E. That's so much more damage. That is so much more damage. I don't care.
Actually, timeout. I gotta go take some an air break. Hello, sorry about that. Actually, let me check my hair. Yep, fucked it. Honestly, there's just no really good way to have my hair. My hair is a fucking mess, man. It is what it is. Moving on.
About 25 less HP. That is ridiculous amounts of damage. I think Strange might be meta from this change right here. Like I might be cooking, or might be cooked.
Well,
but
not only is Strange getting a buff, but Emma Frost is getting a nerf. Specifically against S.H.I.E.L.D. So it's definitely a Strange mag meta, always. Always a mag meta, baby. That's my boy. Chad
This might genuinely just
Nito.
make it meta. Because that is so much damage. If you consider the fact that I think it's 1.1, so it's like 110 damage per Maelstrom, right? Max. You could do it every 8 seconds, which means that which meant
Oh, that's a lot of
that
numbers. Don't worry about it, man. It goes up. It's better now. Move on.
that is a ridiculous change.
Ridiculous, apparently.
Like
but
he's
move
gonna
on.
farm his ult instantly. That
Move
is
on.
ridiculously OP.
Oh, maybe.
So I
forgot
think
about that
Strange
part.
might be S tier next season, straight like purely based on this change right here.
Just off that,
Emma
and then not even
Frost
looking at the
reduced
Emma
damage from
Frost thing.
cooldown from 15 to 18. That's a big nerf. 3 seconds less.
Big nerf.
Like 3
Thank
seconds
God.
more, and then reduced a bit.
Dude, Emma Frost is why I stopped playing the game. I enjoy her as a character. I just think she's too good to be fun. Like, it was just so easy running down with that character and just getting so much value. You could do anything you wanted. That's how I feel Angela's going to be, too. I'm so excited for the new girl.
Boost energy gain when
Sorry,
hitting
sorry,
shields from
I
10
just
to
stopped
5.
pausing.
So this is a good change because she's gonna be weaker, or like she's not gonna be as strong against shields because she's not gonna be gaining as much from shooting shields, which means it's an indirect buff to Strange, and Strange
already
won't
said that.
get grabbed
Already
this
said
much.
that.
So Strange is again stronger purely because Emma is getting nerfed. So Strange is getting crazy buff plus Emma nerf. Strange might be meta. Like I'm really happy that Emma
Oh, Strange is just going to get banned, bro. He's going to be the new Emma banned.
got nerfed here. Because
Actually, Penny's going to get super banned, bro. They're adding a slow?
because Emma was a fucking
I don't want
terrorist
to
for
deal
a
with a
while.
slow,
Right?
man.
Absolute terrorist for a while.
Actually
I'm
true.
very happy about this.
Very true.
Penny Parker. Enemies caught in Penny's webs are in for a sticky situation, and her ultimate ability just got slightly more threatening. Spire Drone new effect now slows hit enemies by 8% for 2 seconds. Each hit stacks the effect and resets the slow period, stacking up 40%. What is Spider Drone?
So, I pre-watched because he stays on this part for a little bit too long because he doesn't understand what spider drone is. It's the little thing that comes out of her nests. Or when she's ulting, they come out of her then as well. So she can... I'm just going to skip ahead of this part because he spends a long time debating what the ability is. We know what it is now. So the spider drone... This is how often you can spit them out during your ult, and then the spider drone as a whole has this new passive. So through the nests and through your ultimate, drones will always do this slowing effect. Get it? Got it? Good. We're just gonna skip the rest of that because again, he stays on this for a while.
Okay, so this will be how fast she's gonna deploy the mines as well in her ultimate, which is pretty good.
Don't worry, I got you guys
Thor,
covered for that part.
increase movement speed during
Go watch
ultimate
the
ability
video
from
if you wanna
16
see him
That is a really big
struggle with
change.
it.
After ability, land stunts. What the fuck you mean it stuns? Wait, that is actually crazy.
New stun. Whoa, his ult stuns?
Wait, that is a crazy buff.
Thor buffs.
That is unironically might push the character quite a bit because a 1 second stun on such a big range, because you're not always looking for a kill. Because before you would always look for a kill, now you can look for a stun, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
And then you have the
And he
team
gets
up
his
with
ult so
Angela,
fast,
which is
too.
pretty good. So you might actually have a Thor angle. Thor and Penny might be escaping the bottom tier of my tier
Thor
list.
Angela is gonna be crazy, man.
Thor might still be deep.
Oh, yeah, Thor
I
player.
don't know. Strange seems OP, but Thor seems a lot better. A lot better.
It's a dive meta, or it's a very aggressive poke meta, man. We're gonna have fucking Thor, Angela, Hulk, Black Panther, and Namor, pretty much as the counter to it all, right? because BP can counter dive successfully by himself. Hulk can kind of hold his own against the other melees because the shield would just get countered. They're buffing Strange so much because shield tanks are about to get fucking dog walked by melees. This is a melee buff movement. Magic's getting buffed. Oh no.
How big the team up will be, how good it will be, but if it's good, the character might evolve.
This could be a really fun season, or it could be really bad if they fuck it up. Bans ruin everything. It depends on what the players ban.
Maybe it's time for me to get Lauren, Penny, and Thor. Yeah, the 1 second, because you can also combo the Thor stun with different stuff. You can combo it with Wanda. You can combo it. You can stun people in support ultimates and kill them afterwards. You can combo it with Moon Knight.
Yeah, stun them.
You can combo it with a lot of things. So
stunning with a
it's now more
Hawkeye,
of a combo ultimate and has more movement speed, so you can actually catch people. So
you can
it is
chase them better now. Oh, you gotta have to
maybe
run away
on
now.
paper 1 second.
That's
stun
a big
is quite
change
strong.
to a whole 100.
Combo with Angelo, yeah, you can. So Penny Parker and Thor changes are quite good here. I think very good. It's exactly what they needed because I don't think their kits themselves were too terrible. I think it's just their ultimates. Now the ultimates are a lot better. Duelist BP. Reduce bonus health gained when striking Vibranium marked enemies with Spirit Rend from 30 to 25. So
oh wow, he's just gonna die faster.
Have less HP from shields.
He's just gonna
and
die.
Then reduce base health from 200
he's just gonna die more.
275. So he's gonna be less tanky, which means you're gonna be able to kill him faster, which is a good change. Because you can keep the
big change for Black Panther for sure. Because I think Black Panther's biggest thing was he's quick and hard to kill. Like we have Spider-Man, who only has 250 health. He has a little bit more mobility than Black Panther, but I would still argue that I can deal with a Spider-Man way more than I can deal with a Black Panther in most times. Like a good Black Panther, I could deal with. Is way harder than a good Spider-Man.
Lethality
because of the health
of
alone.
BP while also making him more killable. So that is pretty good. So you just get rewarded
But now they're just
for
going to
playing
ban
better.
Hulk and
Right,
Black
so
Panther.
25 less
bad.
and then 5 less per mark.
Hulk's
is
getting
pretty good.
banned again. Rest in peace.
You have the Gamma Shield, but it's a 45-second cooldown, guys. Stop complaining about things. Blade. Increase Ancestral Sword. Oh my fucking god.
2 damage per slash is actually crazy, by
What
the
the
way.
fuck is happening here?
But
Blade. Increase Ancestral Sword damage per
it's not
single
amazing,
slash
but
from 22
it's
to
quite a lot.
24.
That's per
Just-
cut.
Whatever. Nobody cares.
It's per cut.
It's
It's
a
gonna help.
useless
It's gonna help.
buff.
It's gonna help a lot. It's gonna help.
It's a
He doesn't
useless
play Blade.
buff.
It's gonna help. Huge buff.
Nobody cares.
It's
Skip.
gonna help.
It's horrible.
It's gonna help.
It doesn't change anything. Nobody's using the sword anyways.
It's gonna help.
Magic.
I'm telling you,
Use
they're gonna start using the
15%
sword.
damage boost because she's losing the
He
team
attacks
up.
so fast. When you're at max stacks, it goes right. When you're like that, so much damage. It goes through shields, which they're buffing this season. It's to counteract the strange buffs, especially with anti-heal. So it's to put him more up because melee is going to be so big this season. Look at all the magic buffs, man. Look at this.
Reduce charge time required for magic slash maximum damage from 1.8 to 1.2 is ridiculous, by the way.
That's crazy! That's exactly what I wanted!
Insane buff. Like, you can spam that.
Holy shit!
0.6? That's 33%, right? Faster. 33% faster?
What?
So you can
It
spam
pierces?
33% more. And you can stack it. I don't know if you're going to be able to one-shot with your ultimate. But we'll see. But that is really good. Plus Pierce. Project now Pierce enemies. What? What the fuck?
That's crazy!
What? Hello? Reduce charge time for magic slash maximum damage from 1.8 to 1.2. 33% less. Magic slash new effect projectile now pierces enemies and reduce stepping disc cooldown by 1 second. Excuse me? Hello? It reduces the cooldown for enemy pierce and it pierces enemies now and you can spam it more. That is disgusting.
That means it's also gonna go through
That is
shields.
disgusting.
Strange, you're useless, man.
Actually
Oh my
disgusting.
god.
This character is gonna be so
It's
broken.
just Mag.
That is
Mag's the only saving grace we have
crazy. That's
ever,
like
man.
Reinhardt, Fire Strike, if it reduced.
And they're
You're
nerfing
kidding.
they're nerfing Emma. Oh my god, dude. They left Emma overtuned for so long so that they could release a nerf right when the melee meta comes out. So when you're running Emma, you're doing it worse! It's a very good time to be a Magic main. It is. It's a very good time to be a Magic main. Holy. Sorry, I'll continue.
Poor enemy fucking Fire Strike. She's lost a lot of damage. Has she? We haven't read all the patch notes.
She lost 15%, but she's gaining more than 15%
I think she can one-shot.
everywhere.
It doesn't matter if she can one-shot, because her uptime on her abilities is way more now, and she's gonna do less one-shots, and she's gonna be more annoying, because stepping discs is her shift, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean she has no escape tool? She gets her shift reduced
Her ult just got a full
by a
damage
second.
buff.
For every person she hits, she has 2 of them.
Quick melee
Are you guys out of your mind?
is increased by 10.
She has all the escape tools now, because she can just keep spamming it. She can go and do her thing, spam right clicks, get her chungus reduced depending on how many chunguses she hits, and then she can spam it more, right? And then
There's
she's
no
gonna
way
get
it doesn't go
shields
through shields.
and whatever else. And on paper, this is actually just bonkers.
It's bonks. He's right. It is bonkers. Bonkers
She
is
has
the only
so
word
many
to use.
escape tools now. Like, I'm gonna look at the damage numbers now, but I think probably she cannot one-shot, but she's gonna be annoying like a mosquito, and she will never die, and she will be so annoying to deal
I
with.
think she can
Because you're
still
gonna have
one-shot.
to put so many resources on your supports to keep them alive from magic, and the magic is just gonna be sitting there like bullying them.
And even if you can't one-shot, you could probably
Soul Sword damage from 65 to 75.
damage the team enough where you could be a
15% of
problem.
65. 15%, 6.5
It's more.
is 10%. 71.5. That's basically the same damage. Am I crazy? 5% of 65 is 3.5. No, 3.2. It's the same. It's more. It does more damage.
Yes,
It's
it
even
does.
better. It's 1 damage more now. Increase Eldritch Whirl damage from 45 to 50. So Eldritch Whirl damage will be slightly less. It will be like 2 or 3 damage less, which is whatever. Increase Demon Rage damage per hit from 18 to 20. That will be less. That will be less, but you can spam it more. So that will be like 1 damage less. But her melee...
Increase to 10 of her melee is crazy, right? Because it should only be at like 35. So that's a whole other 5 damage on that?
is getting buffed. The Demon's Rage will... Soul Sword damage is her big chungus, right? Yeah. Normal attack increase. Oh, normal attack is getting a huge buff. Because it went from 34 or 35 to 40. So that's a big buff.
Sorry, I don't know why.
That's like a 10% increase of damage. It was 34.5. Yeah, so I think on paper you can still like do your combos pretty well, and probably more consistently too now.
Way more consistent.
Because the damage is getting moved from your abilities. Your abilities are still getting the same amount of damage basically, but your melee and your sword have more damage, so you can dash in. Oh, your dash is gonna do less damage now though. Your dash is gonna do less damage, right? Because they haven't changed her E's damage. They haven't buffed it. So this means you're just more reliant on hitting your melees, and you're gonna use your abilities for escape and whatever else.
It's pretty much what you already did.
Is Soul Sword her E? Is that her dash?
No.
That's her primary fire. And then her melee is like, okay. So her dash, long range dash, will actually do less damage, but you're gonna do more damage with your melee combo. So now you're gonna do 115 damage with a left click melee. Really good. I think Magic is a terrorist next season. If you thought BP was annoying, I think Magic is a terrorist. During Dark Child, ultimate ability increase Eldritch will single hit damage from 35 to 45, which is a buff. That is a buff. That is a buff.
Actually crazy, man.
I did ask for a Magic Man. They've actually just watched my stream and just did everything I asked for. So she does more damage with her spin and her ultimate. And then her dash does quite a bit less damage. So I think...
I don't think she can one-shot in her ult anymore.
Does she one-shot?
I don't think so.
Still?
No.
Because they buff her soul sword damage?
No, because you don't use soul sword
no.
for one-shot. You use the dash.
She doesn't.
So it's not.
In her ultimate.
No way.
Because her right click doesn't do more damage.
Exactly. It won't. It won't work.
No, so she won't be able to one-shot in her ultimate.
No.
But she's going to do more damage. She's going to get more shields. She's going to be more annoying.
She's gonna be more...
Her main damage output is going to be more annoying. And she's going to be spamming her abilities way more.
It's going to be so great.
Crazy.
You're going to be able to play her...
Magic
so
is
different.
maybe a permaban next season, depending on the other
please.
changes. But definitely, I think
please
this
don't say
character
it.
Like, I don't know about the Eternity and Celestial, but I think this character right here will be a permaban below Eternity or below Celestial.
Fuck up!
Like below Eternity for sure. Because this character is already a terrorist in your guys' games, and now she's gonna be an ultra terrorist.
Ugh, don't tell them
I
that.
feel
Then
like
they're just
people
gonna do
will
it. They just
stop
listen to you
permabanning
guys.
BP and start permabanning Magic. Because she also has a team up with Strange. Oh, me and Necros are hitting the duel. Because she has you forget. She has a team up with Strange, guys.
She has a team up
She
with
has a
Strange
Strange
now?
team up. She can chain people together now as well. This is an insane buff.
That
Plus
is a
Strange
good,
buffs.
and it's buffing her to work with Strange more. She can work behind the shield more and throw her right click, go in, do some poke, and then come out. Pretty exciting.
This could be ridiculous. I think on paper it is ridiculous. I don't see why this wouldn't be ridiculous. You can grab Magic
it's
as
more of a
mana.
reason to ban Strange, and then you're running full melee. Because you're going to run Angela, because she's going to be good for the season that she comes out in. They always are. Good enough. Angela Thor, but at that point people might start banning Angela. So that's 2 bans down. People might just ban Magic out of fear because they're going to be fucking annoying. And then Hulk so that they don't have to deal with the shield from Black Panther because Black Panther is getting nerfed outside of that, so you can kind of hold them accountable like that, which also removes Gamma Squid, which is still in the game. The bans in every metal rank are going to be that, man. They're going to let Angela through. They're probably going to ban someone else.
It's
They're gonna
easier
let
to
Angela
grab BP
through.
than Magic. If the Magic is good. Because Magic has dashes. You can just dodge them. You can just save one of your shifts to dodge.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Magic is probably S tier next season. Busted. Moon Knight. Moonblade now holds up to 2 charges, each taking 6 seconds to recharge. What is Moonblade? Right click?
No, shot is right click. Gets a second charge. That's kind of crazy.
Boring. I don't care. Skip. Psylocke. Decrease your key damage
It's kinda
and
crazy,
shurikens
though.
per hit from 12 to 8.
It's technically to double his DPS for that move, right? Completely. Like, you don't have to wait 6 seconds between using him. You can just go fop, fop. And now it's like an even better one-shot. Because it used to one-shot just onk, right-click, left-click. Used to, like, one-shot or something, right? Or left... I don't fucking remember. I don't play that character. Something's got to be wrong up here for you to play Moon Knight anyways. He's right, Skip.
That's a pretty big nerf, no?
That is a massive nerf.
From 12 to
Actually,
8
massive nerf.
per shuriken. Retrieve damage. That's 4 damage per. It's only the pullback. That's a lot of damage. You rely on the pullback for the one shot. She loses 12 damage total. It's 3 shuriken?
For each shuriken. That's only if you hit every single one. Ah, so they're making it more
12
skill
damage
based.
for surviving the one shot is pretty good. What the fuck is this? Hello? I'm sorry, what? Increase reality erasure damage from 800 to 999.
What? Now pulls in? What?
It now pulls enemies?
Ban her! I just don't want to play against it. Are you fucked?
What the fuck? Did I just... Excuse me, that is the fucking funniest change I've ever seen in my life.
9999 is crazy, man.
What?
Whatever, man.
Hello?
Has to be. 9999 is crazy. Put it to
That is
1,000.
insane.
You should be able to survive it in some forms. Like that's how abilities work.
999.
There's no ability
If
in
you
the
get-
game
if
that
you-
should do that.
If you even a little bit get touched by her ultimate, you're deleted no matter how much HP you have. And then you pull people inside? Like there's a pull 15-meter radius?
Sorry.
I love this. I'll be honest, straight up, I love this. I love this so much.
I think it's good because we have been ignoring her lately. Like I've personally been ignoring Wanda and just kind of just been like get her out of my face kind of shit. Like either you kill her fast or whatever. But the pull alone will create displacement, and displacement will make your aim bad, right? So it's gonna make it harder to deal with her in a general. It's gonna make her ult scary right after everyone started ignoring it. You know? It's gonna be fun. It's actually a really good time to be a Scarlet Witch player.
I love this so much. That is gonna be so fun. I'm gonna hate it. I'm gonna hate every second of this. I'm gonna hate every second of it. But I love the fact that we're getting a magic and a Scarlet Witch meta next season. I want new shit, and we're getting new shit.
Oh my god, Scarlet Witch still has the team up with Strange, man. Holy shit. Strange is banned. Every game, man. Every game Strange is banned now.
I will be so pissed off a month in, but this is so funny. Yeah, she can still be stunned. I don't think it's that broken. But you can now be healed while shifting. Your damage is a funny number, which I really like. And then you get pulled in as well, which is funny.
Because, like, you just run Witch and Mag, and then you bubble her when she ults, and then they can't stun you anymore. It doesn't matter. They can shoot through it. It does have less health now, mind you, but you can protect them. You can keep them alive. You can Strange Portal them in. I guess Strange Portaling them in is discouraged now because of the pull, right? Yeah, because you want to be around them for longer periods of time. So it'd be bubble mid support ult. You can probably counter another support ult during it too, really easily. It's gonna be fun.
I wonder if it gets broken by LOS. And then Strange is getting Giga buffed. Strange Magic Scarlet is a crazy comp on paper.
On paper. For sure on paper.
No, I will complain about this if Scarlet is meta, but I think it's really funny. That is insane. That is so funny. Yeah, but that's what I want from the game. I want the game to do changes like this so that the game feels refreshing, because they were
No,
so
he's right.
scared to make changes, and we had the same meta over and over again. And I
This
just
is
want to see
massive.
new things and
This
new
is
comps
massive.
and create new memories and fucking complain about something else.
He's
I
right.
can't keep complaining about Emma and Luna all the time. I'm really happy.
WDevs.
This is really funny. And you can farm different content from it. It's gonna be so funny. Yeah, this is so funny to me. The 9999 is so fun. I'm looking forward to a Scarlet Witch meta and the clips and everything else.
Me too.
Maybe Andrew becomes Scarlet Witch player. Squirrel Girl. Reduce burst arc Acorn from 110 to 100, which is pretty good. Increase the hit damage to Squirrel Blockade from 35 to 50. Is that her ultimate?
Yeah, that's crazy.
What is Mamo Bond?
I believe that's her refresh.
Her right click? That is a huge... Okay.
That's crazy.
5-second increase on her stun is insane.
Well, I guess she has the refresh, right? No, that's got to be her refresh.
Like, that's a 50% more. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, Manuel Bond is the one that lets you use again. It's the refresh. I was right.
Oh, it's the reset?
His chat
It's
live.
still ridiculous.
It's still ridiculous.
It's still
It's better.
ridiculous.
It's better, but it's still ridiculous.
It's still ridiculous. Like, her reset is important.
Also, it doesn't. That doesn't change anything from her being a menace from afar. Right? Like, they should have just added... No, they can't add damage fall off to a explosive character. Add a timer to the fucking grenade, man. So it blows up after a certain period of time. I don't fucking
And
know.
now it's like a 15-second cooldown. I don't think Squirrel Girl deserved these nerfs, I'll be honest with you. Her buff to her ultimate damage doesn't matter much, I think. Maybe I'm
It only matters in low elo where they don't shoot the fucking squirrel!
wrong.
Continue.
Her damage output is a lot less, and her cooldown thing is a lot less. By a lot less, I mean it's like 9% less. So whatever. I don't think it changes much for Squirrel Girl.
It doesn't.
Because people are gonna play her the same, and then her blockade is gonna do a lot of damage. But I don't think she should have been nerfed.
It doesn't even feel like a nerf.
Oh wait, that's not her ultimate. Oh, that's her stun damage. Oh, okay. Squirrel Girl is just fucking dog shit.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, 5-second increase on her refresh, 10 damage less, and then 15 more damage on her stun is who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares about damage buff?
Yeah. He's right.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I guess if she was really annoying in lower ranks, she deserves the nerf. But I think she deserves the nerf.
She was a
So
low
whatever.
rank warrior, but it is what it is.
Trooper's Fist, new effect. Second strike now applies a 1-second debuff to enemies hit, preventing them from using abilities. What is Trooper Fist? His shift?
His shift?
You can't use movement abilities after you get shifted?
No shot, man!
Oh, shift. Oh, shift. Oh, we're in a shifty situation right here.
Well, it's because they're buffing Magic and Thor and and a bunch of divers. It's the anti-dive. It's anti-dive meta. They're putting him in the anti-dive role. He's the babysitter. They put Winter Soldier as the babysitter.
Fuck.
Fuck indeed, man.
Because if you get hooked and then shifted,
It also just destroys tanks.
you would like run away with a movement ability, but now you can't for a second. You're just dead.
Well, I guess it
You're
doesn't
just dead.
stop.
Like if you get
Like, I play Mag, so Mag doesn't... That doesn't fucking matter. I get shifted, I just bubble, and I walk my ass out. Right? Nothing changes there. Emma will Diamond Form, and she can still E because Diamond Form removes that debuff. Hulk won't be able to jump away, so it's a Hulk nerf. Specifically, I would say. Like, very big Hulk nerf. Already fucks up Groot. But, like, if you hook in BP, useless now. Spider-Man, you're free eaten. Probably fucks up Angela. Won't let her fly away. That's kind of sad. any support gets kind of fucking screwed. Invisible Woman, you can't jump away anymore. Like, your double jump's useless now. But if you got hooked before, you were probably dead anyways. It's just anti-dive. It's just a counter dive. It is what it is.
Grabbed by him and then shifted, you're dead. This is a crazy buff on Soldier. It's really strong against magic. It's so strong against magic, actually. So strong against magic and BP and Spider-Man.
I just
And
said
Venom.
that, man. Oh, Venom!
Even
Venom gets
Strange,
fucked too.
like, because you would fly away. Anything.
Strange
Venom,
gets fucked.
Venom
True.
can still live because he has his E. Yeah, that is crazy buff. Whatever.
And Angela. Yeah, I said that.
Psylocke.
Crazy.
CMD can't ult.
No way C&D can't ult.
Yeah, you
It
can
doesn't
just punch
count as a
people.
mobility ability. No way.
I think Psylocke is dead, guys. Relax. They really like Bucky. Honestly, Bucky's a cool character.
I get
Okay,
it.
let's go into
Bucky
the
is a cool character.
strategies. Increase slow effect of to enemies passing through Guardian Shield from 30 to 35.
I'm hoping for some Luna buffs.
So that's good. Increase invisible boundary, ultimate ability healing per second from 165 to 180. That's big. Slows enemies within range by 20. So people are slowed inside her ultimate by 20%. 35 if they leave. And then she heals 15 more per second. 20% slow in ultimate is really good, not gonna lie. And depending on how...
Whoa,
okay,
that
I
is
really
actually
want to
crazy.
see... I really want to see Luna duration nerf. So excited for that one. But that is a really good change because Invisible Woman is a good character. And she's gonna be played more now, depending on what they change about Luna and Loki. Those are good changes to her ultimate because I think her ultimate was the weakest part. So now
was.
this is quite good.
It was
I'm
also
happy
the
with this.
weakest of the circle.
Ultimate ability
full
for
healing
Jeff now
ones.
leaves an 8-meter radius healing pool at the point.
What?
We have another.
We have another healing circle. Woo! Only 100 per second though. It's not
We have
like,
another healing
it's not like
circle.
massive.
You don't understand, but this is really broken because after he ults and grabs a bunch of enemies, you can't even shoot him to kill him because he's getting healed 100 per second.
Yeah, you're right. My bad. That is
No,
a little bit
yes.
stronger.
Wait, it's at the point of activation.
Oh.
Is that when you go underwater
No, it's gotta be when you use
or
it.
when you come out of water? We gotta test it.
Yeah, we do have to test it.
The point of eating is what I assume as well.
I also assume the point where he's eating, but activation sounds like when you're
100
using
per
it.
second for 8 seconds is. I mean, it's a lot less than Invisible Woman, but it's like a Mantis ult, no? Like, it's really good. Considering the fact that Jeff the
And
Land Shark
usually you
can
just
kill
ult
the
on point
enemies,
anyways, so like it doesn't
and
matter.
he's gonna keep himself alive. And, like, what's gonna happen is he's gonna use his ult, he's gonna grab a bunch of enemies, he's gonna get healed instantly. They can't break him unless one shot, because he's also taking reduced damage. He's gonna spit out his teammates, they're getting healed in the pool. Enemies that have not been eaten will die, and he can also heal his teammates while he's underground, which was a big problem because he couldn't do that before. So I think this is a huge buff.
It is a huge buff.
I think this is a big buff. This is a crazy buff for Jeff. Like a ridiculous buff.
I don't know why people are saying F to Mantis. Like Mantis doesn't have one of the best
Like,
team ups in the game
genuinely,
right now too.
I think this might make the character 10 times stronger. Like, if Luna got adequate nerfs and Loki
True.
got adequate nerfs, I think Jeff, like, double support with a Jeff, one of them being a Jeff, I can see it happening. Especially if Invisible Woman is good, because you can eat everybody in Invisible Woman.
Yep, he's right.
He has a support ult now, so yeah, it's quite crazy. Loki. Reduce illusion's damage and healing ratio from 100% to 8. That is a huge nerf. That is a huge nerf.
That's
20.
per clone.
Loki's basically getting a 20% damage decrease. And
Nah,
healing.
no. Wrong. He's getting a 60% damage reduction. Well, actually, I guess it's just scaled up. He's right. My bad. He's right. He's right.
20.
It's on me.
He's gonna farm his ults so much slower. He's gonna farm his ultimates actually so much slower. He's gonna do less damage, way less. That is a crazy nerf. And then God of Mischief ultimate ability shapeshift period from 15 to 12. And then after you use an ability like, I like how they give an example, Luna Snow. You reduce, so he's gonna have way less damage. He's gonna heal way less because each clone used to do 100%, now it does 20% less. And shapeshift period from 15 to 12, which is a pretty decent nerf. And then you're gonna have the period after the shapeshift.
I don't know if you guys read this chat message. That's crazy that bro can't add 3 times to understand that it's not 260. Are you kidding me? 20, 40, 60. 3 of them lost 20%. Where did he lost? He lost 20%. Oh, dude, I love chats.
To 3 seconds for 5, which is also pretty good. I think these nerfs on Loki are really good. I think we won't have Loki Luna Snow meta anymore. See, we do nerf her. Yeah, I think this is a good change. I think maybe Loki might be too weak because his ultimate's gonna get farmed so slow.
12 to 10 is not enough. I thought it was gonna go down to like
Luna.
8. Luna Snow. Just Luna Snow, man.
Ability duration is getting cooled down. We do nerf her. I love this comment. That is funny. That is a funny fucking comment. Reduce fate of both worlds' ultimate ability duration from 12 to 10. Mashallah. Mashallah. Oh my fucking god, I lived to see this day. That
Not
is
enough.
Crazy.
Only 2 seconds, not enough.
Listen,
Still.
2 seconds less.
It's not enough.
I'm happy. Like I don't think Luna is gonna be bad. I don't think she's gonna be terrible. I think she's still gonna be one of the best supports in the game.
I wanted 8.
But just those 2 extra seconds or less seconds is gonna be so good.
Like it doesn't really make sense to me personally that she has the best ult in the game while also providing some of, if not the best healing output. Now that they've nerfed Loki even more. Like, Loki used to beat her out, I think, for just pure healing numbers because of the lamps. But now, I don't know.
And also, I love Luna players are going to get caught off guard and die because they're going to think that they have 2 more seconds. And then, plus Loki copy and Loki being weaker, Luna Snow Loki, that's 4 seconds less. 4 seconds is huge. 4 seconds is huge, guys. 4 seconds, I know how to, like, imagine if you had a 4-second stun. Imagine if you had a 2-second stun, right? 2 seconds is big. It's massive. And then Loki is getting his Chungus nerfed as well. Like, it's a good nerf for Luna because Luna by herself has a strong kit. Her ultimate just pushes her over the edge. Now, her ultimate is more balanced and in line with other support ultimates.
Okay, yeah.
Because
Exactly.
those extra 2 seconds meant that she always won the 1v1, like support-wise. If Invis ulted and Luna ulted, Luna always wins. Luna always wins against Mantis. Luna always wins against Cloak. Oh, Luna always would win. But now it's way more even. Like, I can see Cloak and Dagger being meta now. Straight up.
Bro, his chat's so funny.
Because
I
the ult
I just
durations are
keep reading
more
his chat.
insane.
It's actually
I think
so
Cloak
funny.
and Dagger actually has a longer ultimate duration, no? Yeah, you're gonna get your ultimate so fast, and it's gonna be better. Yeah. Like,
Good. I
Cloak
prefer
and Dagger
Cloak and
ultimate is
Dagger.
gonna be 3 seconds more. And, yeah, I think Cloak and Dagger will definitely be meta. But this, I'm so happy about this. Mantis gets a little more slippery. Movement speed from nature's favor now decays to 0 over 2 seconds after being hit instead of instantly disappearing. Oh, that's a pretty good change, but I think it
like
changed.
it.
I think it does change a lot in the fact that Mantis will be a lot more playable. I just read Ultron's change. Because Luna and Loki are being nerfed, this means other compositions are going to be still...
You made me read the change. I
like
don't even know what that
other
means, though.
supports will be more playable. So this quality of life change is pretty good, considering the fact that Mantis will be more playable. And then Ultron change. Ultimate ability in effect deals 125 damage to bonus health.
So it's like anti-armor. I don't like that. So it counters Mantis? Specifically?
He does more than double the damage against bonus health, so he's gonna blow up bonus health instantly. I think Ultron ult unironically might counter Cap ult.
Cap ult
Venom
counter.
ult or Venom E might get countered.
That doesn't fucking matter. You can just shoot him
Thank you
anyways.
so much to the primer, Peter. Adam ult, a Rocket ult. Okay, Rocket ult is getting hard countered by that. Mantis ult gets hard countered by that. Oh, it's only
Storm.
25%.
Yeah, it deals a total of 25%.
It wasn't more, so it's 25%
okay.
more. Okay, that's not that strong. Thank you, Moro.
Meow 777.
Why didn't they just say 25% more damage? Why did they type 125%? Don't they know I'm fucking tired? I went to sleep at 6 a.m. 25 isn't that crazy. It's just bad phrasing.
True.
Okay, I don't think that's that broken then.
Nah, it's fine. It's not
That's
used.
not
I still,
that-
I
that's
still think
not
it's
that
bad.
busted.
I still think
So-
that ability's bad.
Magic Psylocke removed. Check them out soon. Magic has the chain ability.
Yep.
Magic Psylocke removed. Gamma Charge has Black Panther now.
Yep.
And Doctor Strange Scarlet Witch. Oh, they nerfed the team up. They halved the damage of the team up.
Damn, bro. That's crazy.
That's pretty okay.
It's just sad. I
Yeah,
guess
I'm
they
pretty
buffed her all.
okay with all of the changes
It was a
here.
good patch. Good patch.
Emma
from
might
Rivals.
still be good.
Might actually
Strange
be
is
a
gonna
really
be
good
busted.
season.
Magic seems busted. Thor seems good.
Let's see how high we
Penny seems okay.
climb this season, eh, guys?
Blade, this is useless. Moon Knight, I don't care. Psylocke is whatever. Scarlet is funny as fuck. Winter Soldier, I think
That's
it's a
okay.
big change.
I'll let him talk through that stuff. But yeah, dude. Great Rivals patch notes this season, eh? So excited. So excited. Actually good rival season. I'm excited to play. When does it drop? When does it? I don't fucking care. But yeah, catch us live. Usually I'm live on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thanks for watching. Peace. I'm also going to end stream because I just wanted to record those 2 videos, see what we did, and there's no one in my chat anyways. A little sad, but I'm not going to let it stop me. I will be heard. Goodbye. Oh wait, I gotta end it here.